a leader is in here. He got to come out in you.
The only thing we just rely on is election campaign, and then we bring up leaders. To the point of
he's from my village.
The legislature is supposed to come
up Christian. You understand? They go to churches, they go to mosques.
No. That's one of that's the problem we have. That's the problem we have.
There's money in the country, just that we don't invest. We don't try to make money.
Every human being will want more than less in economic theory.
Okay, guys, don't be disappointed that the craze is here this morning. Okay, it's rather late morning. And thank you for joining the show. This is the weekly bulletin. Yes, from the African Renaissance Television here in London. As you know, I'm going to be joined from Abuja and Asaba this morning. And it is a wonderful topic. I spent from 4 a.m. till now trying to research the topic. And the topic is land. L-A-N-D. L-A-N-D. You know, and it's a lot we're gonna discuss in that topic this morning. But before I think we do that, you know, in your Nigerian political climate, there's one thing that is very common or something that is trending. Is it Hurricane Tinubu? Tinubu is blowing the trumpet all around the world. Listen, I need to give chance to them so that they can talk their own, because I don't understand exactly what Hurricane Tinubu is doing. But let us take a look at the latest victim of this cash. Let's see.
I completed the rounds of my consultation as your servant that you have elected to serve you. I have therefore decided to progressively move to the All Progressive Congress.
He has decided to progressively move to the All Progressive Congress. A very big congratulations. This is what we discuss in Nigeria. Nigerian politics, all we know in Nigeria, like the intro said, is elections and then elections and then elections and then elections. There's no time for governance. What a shame. That's why I'm going to talk about something that maybe you and I should be thinking about on a daily basis. But I'm not going to waste so much time. But let me say this. The summary of what I'm going to try and talk about today is in one little line. You know, I put it this way. You know, in the past, we fought and continue to fight for freedom from the land. How do you know? They took our land. South Africa, they took the land. And we want to own the land. We're going to define land today. We want to own the land. Nigeria owns the land. Okay. But what are we doing with it? So you fight for people to give you your land. That's a good fight. But the South Africans or the Westerners have proven to us now that they can own our land even when it belongs to us. How do I put that? They have been able to systematically own the land even when the land has been given to us. So the question is, who owns the land? How do you own a land? That's why the topic is, maybe it is time to fight for freedom through the land. Not say own the land, use the land to get your freedom. And that is something we'll be discussing in details. Now, before I would want to talk about this, I want to quickly go to the beginning. And it's a very, very big one. I'm going to try and quickly run through it and then quickly bring my guests, because I don't think they will be able to. If we are too many, I don't know what I'm going to do. So the topic is land, as I have said it. So we're going to spend some justice trying to look at that, you know. But what I want to say here is that, I got prepared a little bit. I said, this is from the Isaiah, the Bible. Those of you, I know you go to church tomorrow, because I'm going to end it with it. In Isaiah, he said, let us, see, this is what God said to you people, that they shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyard and eat their fruit. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another person eat. You see what that means? What has been given, if the land is yours and you're not the one enjoying it, then it's not yours. That is what Isaiah is saying here. The land God has given to us, how well has it been ours? That is something we really need to discuss today, and we have a lot to talk about. Rather than talking about the cross-carpeting rubbish, which the Nigerian politicians have already known, I want us to talk about this very important topic today, which is the land. And, sometimes I am wondering, I'm wondering the strength of the black man. Let me repeat that. The strength of a black man. Oh, before I put this topic in a very wrong, I'm not going to go into it because my people, I want them to join the show quickly. But let me say this. If black Americans have access to land, if I, in the United Kingdom, have access to land, imagine what I would do with it. This is a big topic. As I was, what motivated me was Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, he wanted to fight for economic freedom. He was in the United States of America. He had no land. He had nothing. So what he was doing was, okay, what kind of business can I do with my people so that we can be free? He now choose to maybe do laundry, open supermarkets, open restaurant where they eat, so that the money you earn, you spend it there. The man was short of opening a bank, because I know Marcus Garvey was going to open a bank with mine, but he bought the Black Star Line, which is the biggest ship that the only black man can be proud of today. So this is what the guy did. Then today I'm thinking, had Marcus Garvey had access to land, he wouldn't even need of the Black Star Line. What he needs is to cultivate his land. I don't know. You African people, you guys got me confused. Look at the amount of land. The first thing I say here is, and it's not short of it. Oh, there's no short of it. No, let me say this. I'm gonna, I like to quote the universities a lot. Let me compare something very simple, very, very simple. The University of Ibadan, UI, occupies 2,552 acres of prime is in the city land, which is 70% larger than Oxford University in the United Kingdom. Oxford University is only 1,520 acres. About the biggest. So if you come to the one, they say, if you come to investor, all the ones you see in London, they are villages, they are small rooms. Where I study in the UK, now, in fact, if you come to that university, we're sharing the building. We're sharing a building. That is the university. Yeah, they're generating so much money. Now, guess what? If I go further down in my presentation on this topic, you see, this is very sad. Now, I know, let me not talk more. Do you know how much the University of Ibadan, what? They're waiting for allocation. Whereas Oxford University generates about 2.62 billion yearly. Wow. Now we're going too far. Let's take a look at Nigeria. I'm going to talk about the use of land, though. Let's take a look at Nigeria. It said, despite our vast potential, only 40% of Nigerian arable land is cultivated. Only 40%. Compared to the Netherlands, which has 96% cultivated. Have we been able to cultivate 40% of our land? I say, let us weep. The Netherlands generates 1.154 trillion. Trillion. How much is Nigerian GDP? 360 something. That is in billion. And we have 400 million. Holland, that is just only 17 million. They have 1.154 trillion. We get wahala. You see, I'm gonna go scattered. I'm a little bit scattered this morning because the presentation is a little bit too tough. But let me just, before I bring my guests quickly, my people in, they are not my guests really. Let me end up with this. I know this is the part they maybe will not like it, so I better say this before they come. No, let me say this, my people. I know you're going to church tomorrow to disturb God. I know I said you're going to church tomorrow to disturb God. While you are trampling on the gift beneath your feet. I said, go and read your Bible. Before you go to church tomorrow, if you go to church tomorrow, the first thing you ask your pastor, hold your Bible, answer, Pastor, what is the meaning of Matthew 25, 14 to 30? It says, there will be no miracle for those who bury their talent in the earth. Yeah. Do you know the meaning of that? Your talent is on the soil. The land you have, the Europeans don't have it. In fact, Chinese don't have it. The land Africa have is our strength. Our land is our factory. We don't need to get it wrong. In fact, when I was on this show on NTA on Tuesday night, and I told them, why are you competing with the West on what they are good at? You have a comparative advantage. You have your land. Imagine, now, you see what happened? There's a transformation that happened in our time, in Africa. It has happened. It happened in Ethiopia. What did Ethiopia do? Please, I really want us to do some research, but I don't think I have much time. I don't think I have all the time to go into that. Let me quickly bring my people in. Because if I go into the Ethiopian story, how Ethiopia that was starving, in those days, you see those pictures you see in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is now generating about 2 billion annually from agriculture. What did they do? They did not even go, they've not gone that far. Only thing they did, and you see, another thing that you're going to church tomorrow to do, and I want to say this, Mary, all of you listen to me before you come on this show. You're going to church tomorrow to wait for, in those days, neither they wait for God to send down the rain. God will no more send down the rain. You are insulting God to call God, send down the rain. God no more send down the rain to water your crops. Look at what happened in Ethiopia. They were able to connect water from the sea, from their deep ocean, run over 1,200 acres to the farm. And they pump it. They were pumping the water and they were able to irrigate the farm. Hunger became a thing of the past. Ethiopia was able to feed. In fact, the food sufficiency was there, and they are now exporting 2 billion. Now, the easiest technology that is still available to man is it be like they call it the Israeli drop irrigation. If you try that one, in fact, the amount of water that your plant needs is what the thing will drop. It's not controlled by AI. So you don't even overflow the place with water. Is it Israel that you are crying to? Israel is the children of God. That is what they say. They are not waiting for God to water their plant. It's the same thing I'm saying now. The same way you are waiting for God to do everything for you. God is not going to do it for you because why is Israel not waiting? Israel are the best in agriculture. You know what is so painful, my people? The dry land of Israel. A dry land that means nothing you can do in Israel on a good day. It's supposed to be a farmland, a farmland land, a place where it's dry, desert. They turn it to where they're making billions from agriculture. Our fertile land, we are there hungry. Who did this to us? Nigerians, Africans, who did this to us? Something is wrong with this narrative. Have you imagined where Israel is? It's a dry land. What did they do? They were able to form their own irrigation system. The water that the plant will need is what the water will get. And they are growing. Oh my God. Africa, where we wait for rain, for God to bring down the rain. You see where we are? We are insulting God. Tomorrow go to church and call God. Let me bring the Mary in at the verse. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Now make me tired. God, now tired. God don't tire for now. I don't tire today. Fall in love. God is tired of you people. He said, this was saying, no, the kind of song that work. The boy said, I know they go back. I can't go back. You go back. It's time to go back. We are not going forward. How can God give you all these resources? Do you know the biggest resources you ever need in life? let me use the word, and you guys are welcome to the show first. So no bless, I take fight. Welcome now. But you know the biggest thing God can
Good
give
morning.
money. The best thing God can give to a man or to any people is called land. Land. If your parents want to give you anything, tell them not to give you a house. Do you know the value of land will always go up? Even if you build a house on it, the value of that house go down. A house I built today, the value is going down. But the value of the land is going up. So when they say, the house I can sell for such amount, it's not the house you're selling, it's the land, because the technology you used to build that house, it's no more in vogue. 10 years down the line, a house you build today, it will be obsolete. But the house will be obsolete. But the land going up. In Lagos alone, do you know land that was selling for 50 million is now selling for 500 million in a space of 5 years. 5 years. That is to tell you the power of your land. Now, the land they used to do the whole experiment in Ethiopia is about the size of Lagos State. I said something to Mary this morning. I said, telling my people that they are going to farm in Benue, that is slave trade. You know what it's called slavery? What are they farming? They're going to, I can't go to farm. You're not even supposed to go to that farm. Stay at home. You are a waste of resources telling old people to go to a farm of that nature. In fact, it's an insult to human nature, to the 21st century, that Nigerians still send people to farm with cutlass and hoe to go and farm what? We're waiting for God for the rain to fall before the farm will. Hey! Where are we? In fact, what confused me is, do we have universities? Are you people educated enough? What are we fighting with the white people for? Why are they coming to you? No, do you think they like you? Is it your face? Two things. What brought the white man to us? Actually, what brought them for was the land. They said this land is fertile. That's what they saw. And funny enough, we have never done justice to whatever God has given to us. It was Shell that discovered oil in Nigeria in 1956. It was not Nigerians. Had Shell not discovered oil in Nigeria, we will not even know there's oil in our land. Now you people can boast today, I am in Nigeria, we are very intelligent people. What do you know? What do you even know in your soil? What do you know you have in that soil God gave to you? That land God gave to you. You all want to dress like the white man. You all want to be like this. You know, sometimes I don't know whether I belong to this generation. The problem of Africa can just be solved in 1 second. When I read about this morning, as I was going through my research, and I saw what happened in Ethiopia, do you know only the land in Sokoto will do three of that? Don't talk about Niger State. Oh. Don't mention Niger State. So meaning, if only Ethiopia is not generating 2 billion, imagine how much Sokoto will generate. Imagine how much each of the states in Nigeria will generate. Are we supposed to be poor people? Go to church tomorrow and pray. Say that the Christ is your problem. Honor your grandmama when don't die. Night cause the poverty when you die. Which country do we come from? Which earth, which planet are we from? Are we from this planet or from another one? Look at your show of shame. Cross-carpeting. If you want to discuss anything today, it will be cross-carpeting. A society of daft, where mediocrity reigns supreme. Cross-carpeting. That one say, he doesn't know what is called a servant. He does not even understand the meaning of the word servant. I wish I could show them what the meaning of the word servant is. Before I let you guys talk. This is a farm in Israel. Let's remove this guy. Move him. Don't waste my time. It's wasting my time. Mary. Now, this is a civilized way of doing things. Now, when you see the irrigation, oh God, let me just, when I talk, I wish I can share the pictures, some of the images of this irrigation, even show on my system. They do now today. You get it? I try to upload the images, it's not showing. I try to upload the images, it's not showing. But the summary of it is this: Israel, that is in a dry land. If Israel wait for water to fall from heaven, they will starve to death. Let me repeat this. If their farm, this farm you see here now, if all these guys is waiting, is for water to fall from heaven, the whole thing will die. They don't know God. Are they not Christians? Or God reject them? They are Israel. This is Israel. Go and pray tomorrow. When you finish praying, come and insult God. Insult the Baba well. When will people leave God alone? I'm here fighting for God. When will I go leave God alone? Do you know how easy to solve Nigerian problem? So it's so easy. Nigerians cannot even produce enough rice to eat. Enough rice. 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 The easiest thing. And the most consumed food in Nigeria is rice. You don't produce enough rice. Now we're spending how much? Some billions. I have the statistics there. Of dollars to import rice. Rice. I came to this show very angry. I put this publication, it's for academic journals, it's going to be published. But I didn't put all the, for the purpose of academic journal, I'll be putting all my sources and all that into the paper. But I just presented the little thing I sent to you guys today. It's for you guys to, I don't know whether you even had it. I think it's only Mary that had it. For you guys to just have an idea, just to play with you on the importance of land. The land God has given to us. No, come to God tomorrow. The land God has given to you, or the one where your papa die, live, remain for you. I know say Mary, I know the women know they get land for a place. But when you marry, they will still give you land for that. So there's no time, there's nowhere you don't have land. Woman say you can in Igbo land, they will not share land for you if as an inheritance. But if you marry, you have right to inherit land in your husband's house. Land. That's why the Igbo people don't play with it. They are not stupid. The land God has given to us, what have we done with it, Nigeria? Yesterday I was thinking that I'm going to see young people who are going to gather, not to gather in the name of politics, but to gather in the name of forming something like this. If young people come together and say, no, we're going to challenge the status quo. You're not going to challenge the status quo by fighting Tinubu. You challenge the status quo by coming up with a strategy to create wealth for the nation. How about that? Do you need the oil money? How much is there? Because if you're finding Tinubu to go there, it's the small oil money you're looking for. But do you know, now, even the ordinary farm that is in Katsina, the Israel replicated some, that ordinary people have a farm, they make $8,000. That small glass house. I think only Katsina and Ogun State is doing it at the moment. Not so as if they're doing it well and it's individual. The government is sleeping. No, it's not a project for government. It was Ethiopian government, and in combination with the UAE and Chinese partners that constituted that farm. It was not private. It was not single people that did it, Nigerian government. So when I talk, they say Nigerian government don't have business in doing business. What are you doing there? To just spend money? Construct road and go and commission roads? What set of people are we? I've been talking for 25 minutes. I won't talk. I'll let you talk. Mary, you're welcome to the show. Asaba, you're welcome to the show. More than obvious. You know, it's like, oh, Pastor Chris Yakilo, man, I wish it fit turn this thing to this. Pastor Chris said, when you have the words, they don't know what is words. It's not the Bible words alone. When you are blessed with knowledge, you can't take bullshit. When you can see the solution, you will always be angry with what you see. How can we be comfortable with what is going on? And it's not as if what I said in this report is, this is not even rocket science. It's not to solve Nigerian problem today. It's not rocket science. But is it with this one cross carpeting? Mary, you guys cross carpet. So that is the discussion. All the newspapers, all the television, all they're going to discuss today is cross carpeting, wasting a nation time on rubbish. What they're going to discuss in Nigerian newspaper today, in all television station, is cross carpeting. How can I be part of it? Maybe I've gone too far to celebrate with you guys. I've gone too far to go to that church with you because you don't even know why you're asking God. What are you disturbing God for? Israel is number one. They said Israelis are the true children of God, and they did not just earn it, they work for it. The money, the food Israel is having to eat today, it didn't just fall from heaven. It's not manners. They work for it. Do you know Israel work for it? They are the best in agriculture. Maybe go and look at that land. If you leave Israel, hunger will kill them. If they wait for God to bring for rain to fall, they will not die. But when they send our old women go farm, make wait for rain not fall, hunger will kill them. Herdsmen will even go there, rape some, do the one they want. Look at the local fight. Look at the kind of conflict we are going through. Herdsmen when they hungry self with Okada. That's our nation. Look at the kind of people disturbing nation. People on Okada. I was watching some today and I was just ashamed. And this is insecurity you are talking about. You crush this idiot in a day if they are your problem. There are not people that are wearing arms. What kind of ammunition do they have? What kind of ammunition has those herdsmen? Unless it's not the one I'm seeing. Maybe there's some other herdsmen. Maybe nobody doesn't want to see for Okada.
I think those ones are not even Nigerian. They are not. Yes, because even the badge, the clothes of the army, you see that it's not Nigerian kind of badge. But the thing is, when they say these people are more armed than our Nigerian army, I don't think it's a joke. Because countless times they've attacked army barracks, they've attacked their camp, and they succeeded in killing most of our
some idiot come and attack barracks. Who
you know that if you want to talk about
one of the attack Nigerian barracks.
No, but one of the strong forces we have in Nigeria, let's give credit to the Nigerian army. They are very strong. You can't compare them with maybe any other person. I know what I'm saying. But these people go into their barracks, go into their camp and succeed in killing them. You understand? And taking away most of their stuff. So
as far as I'm concerned,
no, security is a challenge like the case. I bet that if you come to Nigeria and this land you are talking about, there's a farmland that they will send you to, you will not be able to be confident enough to stay there. Because
because I am an ordinary civilian. I am a bloody civilian. But if I want to solve that problem, if I come with a farm project, they not burn them. If anybody want to wipe them, they not burn them. He had 2 billion naira every month, 2.something billion. Now he's getting maybe about 4 billion monthly on security. What is he doing with the money? The herdsman is still invading the farms. What is the body doing with security votes? That question I asked, Mona not verse for me.
Osomole said it. I think Osomole said it in one of the videos you played one time in the show. And which is just the truth. If the way they come together to party, to travel, if they can come together as governors, right, have a meeting, come together and talk about how they can really eradicate this insecurity in Nigeria. I will not be here talking about this.
Mary, you want to arrest insecurity, you're going to provide these jobs, Mary. What I'm saying now, what the Ethiopian did they generated from a farm that was only taking about 500 people. It now turned to something that is now employing about 200,000 people. Imagine you do that farm in all the local government. Nigeria, oh God, what a blessing we have. Mary, you know how much we'll be making. I'm only tapping on only one blessing or one thing God gave in our land. We don't know what is in our land. You know what I'm even confused about? We don't know what we have in our land. That Nigerian soil, that your village. If you go there, come look am, you go confuse. Oh. We go school at all. If you not come see the oil, if not be share when they see oil for Nigeria, we for not know say we get oil. So you know how many things we get for the ground? We dey guess, and we get gold for here, we get this for here, we dey guess so. And you can only all as it is, it's only how we can only imagine what God has deposited in this land. And if you be God, how you will be feeling? If now you give Africa to your children, you give another this Europe when it dies to some people.
If they are
If you be God, how
serious
you
with
will feel?
agriculture, it is possible to create security when they are serious with agriculture. Because I have not had issues with the oil before. Like maybe people went to attack the oil sector.
No, they're going to get 4 billion to
because
protect
they are
oil.
not keen with the oil. They have
No,
protection.
yes, I know that. Topolo, they get 4 billion to protect oil. 4 billion monthly. Nobody want when they come in the governor. Topolo gets security money coming directly.
Why are they not putting that energy? Why are they not putting that energy in agriculture? That's what Evelyn is saying.
Exactly.
The same energy to protect
exactly.
oil.
So I said that's why I said we don't have this security problem for our farm. We don't. We've not been able to educate ourselves that our greatest asset is the land, and oil is only a very tiny fraction of the land. That's what I'm crying. The one we can see on the surface is agriculture, but imagine maybe when they look inside itself, you get something when we see when you never know say they this word. We don't know. I said had share, not Nigerians. So the oil you said you have now, who discovered it? So if they say that they discover us, what you wanted them? If they can come to our land and discover oil that we don't know, it's our only source of success. Now the one where they say when they take barrel of oil go, now the one when they tell us now we know.
That is Chris.
Sir,
I've been listening to your narration and the emphasis.
I'm crying.
Your emphasis have always been, yes, your emphasis have been centered on agriculture. But I want to differ a little from the fact that you are refusing to acknowledge the clear and present dangers of insecurity. Now, why do I say it? It is not that people have run away from agriculture. The skyrocketing prices of goods and services is predicted on the fact that people can no longer access their farms. There's farms, especially in the north central region where we get most of our yams, in the northern region where we get most of our tomatoes, peppers, legumes, and so much, they can no longer access their farms. And the fear, everybody wants to live. It might, from the perspective you're looking at it from, it might look very, very easy to understand that, yes, we have arable lands. Yes, we do. I'm not trying to say we have not relegated agriculture. We have. It's not just because of the present clear and present danger of insecurity. We have long relegated agriculture since the inception of this republic in 1999. But moving forward, it has worsened because of the fact that lives are at stake. Yesterday, I watched a video of the bandits celebrating Eid. They were in an open field in Kaduna area praying. The person that posted that picture said this is an area they know. Now I ask a question. We have an Air Force base in Kaduna. We have an Air Force base in Zaria. I have never seen any proactive measure from our military to carry the helicopters, from our Air Force basically, to carry the helicopters and over around the forest. Recall that the forest we have in the south is mangrove. In the north is savanna. That means you can even walk through. They don't have canopies the way we have in the south here. That means if there's a security breach, it can be tackled holistically in collaboration between the Air Force and the Nigerian Army Infantry on the ground. That is one. Secondly, I saw videos of military that were kidnapped, their hands tied behind them, being carried on bikes for their execution. These were things I saw yesterday. Now, the question is, where did these bikes pass through before they got into those?
You see, you know,
To
you guys
power these
need
bikes,
to acknowledge
to
this
carry out
insecurity
the
problem.
actions they do, go into villages, overrun these villages. Where and how did they get these things? That is one. What has been the response of our political class, our politicians, our military, the executive, Mr. President, the governors? What have been their response? They are in their comfort zone.
Can I ask you what? Can I ask you one
Yes, please
question?
do. Please.
When there was crisis in River State, did the president not react?
He reacted.
Good.
He reacted.
Wait. When now that we have problem of insecurity for the oil problem in Delta State, in the Niger Delta, don't they give a contract for security to somebody?
Yes, they did.
Tatina group, the Tompolo group, we know is in charge.
Tantita.
There's a lot of money. 4 billion. Every month, not every year, every month. 4 billion naira. So you ask yourself why they have not. Look at that.
Yes.
That thing you're talking about.
Is it? Yes, I'm coming, Daddy Chris. Is it logical for the British government to privatize the security architecture of Britain to a private individual when you have the Royal Air Force? How can you be paying somebody 4 billion and the people in the field cannot access food and cannot receive their allowance? Then you are paying somebody 4 billion to protect oil that they are not protecting the oil for Nigeria. They are protecting the oil.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, you are talking like a
protecting the
politician.
oil that their oil
like an
that's what they are
economist.
protecting, not the
You
Nigerian
see,
oil.
you are talking like a politician.
4
but I
billion
talk like
for
an
if the
economist.
military sees 4 billion,
Let me
those
say
of
this
them
to
in
you.
Sambisa Forest, they won't be
Let me
killed the
just
way they
now.
have been killed.
Engineer, let me say
I'm
it on
getting
the
angry, sir.
show. Let me say it on the show. If Nigerian government is earning 200 trillion from agriculture, they not burn you. When you near that area, they will smoke you. You know what happened? Obasanjo in those days ordered military men to go and wipe out villages in the Jordan. It's still on record.
Yes.
He ordered. That is when it comes to that, Nigerian government they're not the slack. So you must look at the economy of it. If you want to solve this security problem, prioritize agriculture. By the time the government is making money from agriculture, they will not allow anything to happen to that area.
I agree with you that you say, but do you know that 90% of farmers are peasant farmers? Not one state government has mechanized farm.
You hear me on my presentation? I said that is slavery.
Yes.
It's an insult to the 21st century. We don't need it.
Nobody.
I will ban. If I become president of Nigeria, you will not go to farm with your hoe. I will ban it. It's a waste of strength and resources.
Time and waste of time.
I won't let it. Now, you know what I said to you? The Ethiopian 74, you know how much it is? 700,000 acres. They call it the Omo Valley Project. He said this is online research. Created 100,000 jobs. Look at the acres. Only 700 acres. In some states, in some other states, we have 18 million acres. Do you understand what I'm saying? 18 million. Imagine how many of this you will generate from there. In fact, these people kidnapping you, we have them go and work in the farm. You see, this is no magic. These are potential farmers, don't kidnap us. We should ask ourselves how we got there. And it is the result of going to church tomorrow. Going to mosque yesterday. No, let me talk. Because if they don't spend the time wasting time on mosque, if they had used the time to create jobs, those people will be in the farm making money for us, not kidnapping us. They will continue to kidnap us if this is our emphasis. Imagine people supposed to farm for us. They're the one kidnapping us. They're the one. You're going to blame them. Yes, they are criminals. Yes, I agree.
Oil was discovered by Shell BP at Oloibiri. And before the oil was discovered, proper exploration actually started in the 70s. Before that time, we had the agricultural revolution. Majority of the regional government centered their economies on agricultural revolution. That was where the Northwest had the granite pyramids, the North Central had cotton and all that. The Southwest had the cocoa and cola nut. The Midwest had rubber, palm, and all that. The Southeast had their own agricultural produce. Now, because of the limited content, I want us to understand the limited content in leadership post-Civil War era, we threw away the goose that laid the golden eggs is agriculture and not oil. We threw away agricultural patronage and looked at the oil boom has come. I blame Gowon. Gowon is part of what I blame when he said that Nigeria is making so much money, we don't know what to do with it. Not from agriculture, but because the oil boom. And subsequent governments started becoming very lazy. We were exporting granite. We were exporting cocoa. The rubber, we had Dunlop was in Nigeria. Michelin was in Nigeria because they were sourcing natural resources from Nigeria. Cadbury came to Nigeria because of the cocoa. And so many others. We exported palm produce, palm seeds to Malaysia. And today they are the number one in palm oil production. And so many.
You see this. Now, you see, it's easy to blame this generation. It's easy to blame us. Now, I want us to just identify what the problem is. And maybe if we'll be sitting down to talk as Africans, oh God, our discussion to be, what do we do with our land? Guess what? Look at it. He said the land, Nigerian landscape, is almost 923,000, let's say 924,000 square kilometers. Holland have only 41,000. If you take Holland inside Nigeria, I know now small thing will wipe and come out. Now, because they use their land well, they are making, not everybody should be crying, man, like me. They are making 1.1 something trillion. This is generating 70%. They feed the whole of the Europe. They're feeding Europe.
It is the government that is.
Yes, and that's
Holland
should be our concern. That should be our concern. Not to cross carpeting, not even blaming them. They are idiots. They don't even know what they're doing. Somebody who knows what he's doing will not do what they're doing now. How can somebody be sitting on gold and is fighting over peanuts? Now, you should be sorry for the leaders. Anybody who fight for oil money, how much is it? In 6 months, Nigeria, in 6 months, our fortune can turn around. 6 months.
Now,
and we will continue to remain. Insecurity will remain a self-fulfilling prophecy until we turn it around. Go on.
We need an executive order to do that. And Daddy Chris, in your Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West, yes, people no longer go to. We know you remember vividly that those Ethiopia East, Ethiopia West, Okpe, Ndukwa West, Ndukwa East, those are epicenter of cassava production. This so-called local government area of cassava production in Nigeria. But as I speak with you, 90% of the peasant farmers cannot go to their farms. Either they are being raped or they are kidnapped for ransom. Kidnapping has become a bit. I want you to understand. There's an area you are not wanting to understand. That people cannot mortgage their life because they want to go to. The government is not showing any concern
Yes.
in the business of farming.
When you see
that is where I'm coming at. That Chris, if I am, look, we have Nigerians that want to farm. I grew up in the north, and there was a mindset then in Niger State. Everybody, whether you're a civil servant, everybody was a farmer.
Good.
That you should have a garden behind your house. In agricultural science in my secondary school, we all had farms. All our secondary schools then had farms. We planted farms.
In my secondary
We had
school, I have a
poultries.
farm.
Tell me how many secondary schools in Nigeria now has farms? None, if I'm not mistaken, or like 2%. Well, that is one. Now, government needs to prioritize. The priority of government is not governance. You started without opening salvo. The priority is not governance. The priority is their selfish relevance in the political climate. How can you 2 years into a leadership,
I use one word on this show. Calling African leaders, Nigerian leaders, corrupt is an insult to corrupt leaders. If you say, oh, we have corrupt leaders, you are insulting corrupt leaders. Because a corrupt leader will make money and be corrupt. Somebody who doesn't know how to make money, who doesn't know how to use what God has given to him in his own land, you said he's corrupt. How can you call that idiot a corrupt person? What is he corrupt about? Is he qualified to become corrupt? Okay. See now, they give you better woman with you there. You know they do anything. You they tell and say you corrupt. Maybe you touch a knee hair. They say you corrupt. Now let the hair you they touch. Now that one they say corrupt. Huh? You go how exactly. You understand? Now they say you corrupt. They don't know where to go there. Nigerian leaders could not go there to bring out what God has given to us. And if you don't go there, Pikin not go come. So you can touch the hair as much as you want. Pikin not go come. So we see that mentality, we don't have it. And what I'm even saying there is, if a good person, if somebody that just thinks simple, like an idiot like me, and you don't need to be, it's not even rocket science. If not rocket science, if you're not the pay me, I have to say, this is why they are not thinking. And most of these things have been experimented. Like I just gave you the instance in Ethiopia. Mary, what they did there, the government of Ethiopia, quote, not the private people, not this peasant farmer, now people cannot go to farm. What are these people going to do in farm? They should not even go to farm anyway. All these people, our mothers cannot go to farm. They shouldn't go to farm. Farming is not for them.
What do you want them to do?
Oh my God. You see, if now you say you're looking for workers. Do you know those people are paying them 500,000 a month to come and want to work in my farm? They cannot generate anything the way they're going. You see, farming has moved from when they wait, make God bring water to fall from heaven. People no more wait for for rain to fall before your crops will grow. Do you understand that? That's what I showed you about the Israeli just now. In fact, the amount of water that will drop on the plant will be measured by AI. Hey, yeah. You saving water, you saving fertilizer. The plant they grow is measured, Mary. Everything is measured. No, but they don't pour water put. That is where we're going. That's where the world is now. You say they give person home, may they go farm. Which kind of farm did they farm? You see where we are, and it's not as if this technology is far from us. The Israeli method, the one I said about just now, won't even happen in Ethiopia. That one not be far one. That one is in our land here, Ethiopia. They only the water, you know where they get water from? Look at, God is going to punish us big time. The punishment is on us big time. Now the water is coming to disturb us. Delta State will still have flood. But that water, Mary, could have been diverted. What they did here was they diverted water from the sea. Over 1,200 acres. That's what they used to feed their plants. That's what they used to irrigate their plants. You understand? Maybe I don't know whether you understand. Like River Niger now, you guys are there. You tap water from there, run it over some distance to the farm. So when the plant need, when you need water, you pump. Now you have solar energy, which is cheap. You can use it to pump your water. From the sea, the water is free. Now you don't use the water is coming to disturb us. Oh, we have flood. Water God gave to you, it's not a flood to you. Water you should direct to somewhere to go and cultivate, to go and irrigate your plants. And you call these people, you call them that they are where are the agriculture? When I get agriculture, we have up to 5 or even if not to 10 universities of agriculture in Nigeria. 10.
None of them has a farm. Oh. No one get farm.
University of Benin don't get solar plants. They don't even get electricity. When light no day, they don't get light. They get engineering student too. Engineering department no get solar. Mary, engineering no get solar. What did that technology call solar? They never carry come. Now another battery and the thing when they put for up, which can be improvised. It must not be the same solar. You might just do something. Maybe God gave us something in our soil itself that can replace that one better. But have we even looked at the soil? Do we even know what we're looking for? Fred tell me, say, I don't know what I want. And I say, they cost me. He said, I don't know what I want. One of your staff there. He said, I don't know what I want. Maybe that's where we are. Do we know what we want? They laugh. Do we know what we want?
Maybe we are waiting for them to also come and discover for us.
Exactly, my baby. Thank you, my Evelyn. Would you want to come and discover it for us? What? And you call these people, you say they are corrupt. Is that not an insult? Who in his right senses go see beautiful Mary? Now the hair go do. You see Mary now sit fine this. Now hair you they cut, they go. Say if you cut the hair go, you don't do you.
I go carry the full Mary. I go carry
Thank
the
you.
full Mary.
What do you want to do with hair?
Full Mary. I like full option.
And if you not go there, Pikin not go come. Mary have a lot of things to give.
I can see.
Engineer, have you seen me before?
Stop that thing. Pikin not
Engineer,
dey come.
have you seen me
Mary,
before?
I'm blushing here. I don't look your picture, Taya. I'm already
Abi?
seeing you. I'm seeing you. I dey follow you for our.
Evelyn, are you the one that showed the engineer my picture? Because I don't have engineer's number.
You see,
I beg, I'll give you after
engineer
program.
is the both. Engineer still work on TV with you. You see the cross carpet go. You know, you say cross carpet, not cross carpet. Yeah. Engineer they cross carpet, they go Abuja. I want them with Amo.
Yeah.
No, in fact, on a good day, if you imagine the amount of blessings God has given to us, you understand? And if this thing is so difficult to do, like what I said here now, when I look at the Ethiopian own, if you see the land in Ethiopia, I wish I can show you. This is a dry land. You know, in those days, I don't know when I was in Europe one time, they showed picture of people in Ethiopia dying of famine. Hunger won't kill all of them. Then they adopted this method. Now, what is 700 acres? I don't have more than, in fact, if you look at every local government in Nigeria, they can generate that 700 acres.
That increase.
Yes, sir.
There's a fundamental problem here. You see, it's like you neglecting to approach, a child is seen to be acting contrary to the expectations of morality. That means there's an issue with parenting.
Yes.
You as a moral advocate now decide to tackle this child alone, forgetting that parenting was part of it. Instead of taking the child to the parents, sitting the parents down and understanding why this child is the way the child is. Now, I will tell you why I'm saying this. Our problem, you are saying it like it is we that are the problem. Our problem is leadership. We have not even talked about the major issue for today.
Agree.
If the leaders own the policies, they manufacture.
You know why? The question I'm coming, sir.
I'm coming.
No, let me ask this. You know why I'm saying this? You know why I'm blaming Nigerians? The question is, what are you demanding from these leaders? Mary, let us all listen to one another.
I am coming to
What
that.
are you demanding from leaders? You see, if I
am
come
coming
to
to
discuss
that.
Nigerian leadership today, let me just say this first. I know you will say something.
Okay.
When we are discussing Nigerian problem, are we discussing our true problem? Because it's what you discuss about them that they are sensitive. They want to please you. They want to win election again. If
No,
Nigerians are demanding food,
that is why I told you. That is why I told you I was coming to that.
okay, go on.
The question, I would interpose my response to you and give you your answer.
All right.
Now,
Let me
the
listen.
fundamental problem is leadership. Because without leadership, for this agricultural revolution to stand the test of time, it needs policy formulation and policy implementation going in pari passu.
Yes.
We are good as a nation in policy formulation. That we had food revolution in the 50s and 60s into the early 70s is because of the fact that we had statesmen who understood the meaning of Nigeria,
Understood.
the meaning
Good.
of unity, the meaning of oneness. I have listened to all of them deliver speeches at those times. You can see the plurality of their lifestyle. I've listened to Ahmed Bello, I've listened to the Sadana, I've listened to Tafawa Balewa, I've listened to Akintola, I've listened to Nnamdi Azikiwe, I've listened to Ribadu. I had to go deep to source videos and listen to them. And there was something I found in all of them. They wanted unity and wanted a progress for this country. They wanted the strength of what you're saying now, for us to be regionally wealthy through agriculture besides oil. Then we're not even talking about oil.
We didn't know
Now
about
you
oil.
have come to you made a statement now. You said that it is about these people now that we should be able to know the kind of leaders we elect and bring into offices. I stand to differ on this. Why do I tell you? 70% of our political office holders come through two means. One, they subject the electoral system through manipulation of the electoral process in connivance and in collusion with INEC, distorting the electorate votes casted by us. Then secondly, the judiciary, most of them come into the judiciary. Ambiguous interpretation of the electoral law by judicial officers and power over to individuals that were not duly elected. And they know that you are not duly elected, you didn't duly elect them. They are products of godfatherism in the system who have imposed them on Nigerians. And they are in those positions to satisfy the whims and caprices of their principals. Where do we go from here? It becomes very difficult.
Now, if you're telling me that poverty is the weapon they are using, then I will most likely agree. Do you know that if Nigeria become wealthy, let me use the word, if the revolution I'm talking about, I'm not saying we're going to go with agric alone. No. I've said, do you know how many things we have in our soil? I started with agriculture. All right. If we become wealthy, you will not even be interested in what the idiot in Aso Rock is doing. Because you have enough. I don't even concern myself with what is happening in the UK. I don't care what they're doing in Westminster. Because my life is stable. I'm going to survive. I'm going to succeed without them. Their policy will affect me.
Because the economy is working there.
Yes.
What they are doing in Westminster, what they are doing in Westminster is,
why is Nigeria not only concerned? If I discuss with Nigeria, sorry, I have been on this show for years. The only show that I discuss that is interesting is government. The only thing Nigeria want to hear, oh, your leader is corrupt, your this is this, oh, they spent this money yesterday. They do even all the activists. I hardly see one saying that, hey, these guys are actually idiots too. They are not, like I use the word today, don't ever call them corrupt leaders. They are not qualified. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mary? They are not even qualified to become corrupt people. To be corrupt, you have to have the quality of being corrupt. It isn't everybody go fit thief.
That's true.
Not everybody is a thief.
Daddy Chris, I want to, this your statement. I want to, that they teach them how to thief. Their godfather, they teach them how to thief. That they help some thief with thief.
How can
because
you call wait, person a thief? Is that person a thief?
That they teach them how to thief.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you this. I said here just now, we were saying it. Who did see Mary? He can't go thief the hair. That person not be fool.
The person not sabi thief. The person not sabi thief.
They're not sabi thief. They're not thief. They're not qualified to be called a thief. You need
Mary.
Yes.
So what only Mary's hair is giving the person? If Mary's hair is giving the person enough that is satisfied with,
Exactly. That's the point.
you will keep
But
it.
yes, I agree.
The point
But
too.
that is to tell you his poor mentality. That is to tell you that he's not qualified to be called a thief. If you take the whole of Mary, like I was saying now, what we say now, if they can tap on all our natural resources, oil is too tiny. Oil is like the hair in Mary. The whole of Mary is there. On top.
I don't understand. Like, because with the whole of me give the person money, the person will not
Yes.
get anything.
The whole of you,
So,
I'm using you as to impersonate the aspects of
but
the
if you sell the hair, you make money. Maybe.
No.
Mary, the whole of you, the whole of you, see, the whole of you, I can sell the hair. The whole of you can become an agricultural revolution. We start producing children. So you can see where that the Chris is coming from. The whole of you is productive.
If you look very well, people go there.
Having the whole of Mary can be risky as well.
I will manage the risk.
You can create war by wanting the whole of Mary. So if you are at peace, just having Mary's hair, which is the oil alone, you will
Peace
continue
of
to
mind.
go for Mary's hair.
You get
Because
peace
if
of mind.
you know,
Agree.
you know that
But-
when you go for the full body, you are going to create war for yourself.
I know.
So you stick to the one that is giving you enough, right?
I know.
Even-
And that's how our leaders are thinking right now. That's why I said don't qualify.
Yes.
Because if you take the whole Mary,
So you don't know how many people have
Actually,
mind for the whole of Mary. You don't know
You see-
the war you are going to create.
exactly, that's a mistake. No, let me put it this way. It be like if you see girl, I want to go sleep with her. You'll be mistake. Because if you take the whole of Mary, Pikin go come. Pikin there. Milk day. She go cook well for you. She go help you run your life. Madness day. Yes, but you understand? There's so many, it's not going to be easy to tap the ground. But there's so much you're going to tap from this ground. God has given it to us. You know what's so painful? When they go church tomorrow, they go ask God for the same thing. When they don't give us so.
Daddy Chris, do you have problem with church?
No, Mary, if you understand my pain, what are we asking from God? If you even go to church tomorrow now, what are you going to ask from God? If you be God, you not go vex. What I don't give you, they ask me, I give you again. Like God give you wife. You know if you sleep with her and give her belly, you say that God can't give you picking. Now God won't sleep with her. So God gave us a land. Now you both come discover, say we get oil for them. Now we see the shop so. Maybe now the oil when you both help us discover, now we they eat so. How will God be happy with us? Tomorrow now they go church. Not be out to see waiting or you both see remain. Hey, I discuss a lot. I am a friend with the Association of Women in Mining in Nigeria. Women in mining. No shortage of attempts. If they tell you they are shortcomings, those things are not supposed to be a mine. It's not something you should be discussing. Some of them is as low as something equipment to mine. These are not miners, so because they are not. That's not mining. Peasant mining, they couldn't do it. Nigerian government don't know the meaning of mining. They don't understand. That's why the Ministry of Mining is dead.
The thing
The
is that
Ministry of Agriculture is dead. The Ministry of Sport is
we might not
dead.
be much, but there are still few Nigerians that are trying. You know, you were talking about the aspect of agriculture where we wait for rain to fall to water our crops before we harvest and all of that. But I don't know, maybe if you can tell, I don't know for Asaba, but I've noticed it in Abuja, even when it's not raining, Like it's not the rainy season. You see people selling corn, cassava, like those things that you know that the rain needs to fall to water it before it will come out. So I'm not wondering where do they get the corn from? Fresh corn, they sell fresh corn, and it's not
Maybe there's no
raining yet.
season for corn in the West. There's no season for corn.
But
Corn
we
is
are meant to
important.
believe that there are season for it here, but
I know, yes,
anytime
that's exactly what I'm saying.
they sell it.
I understand
There
what
are
I'm
still
saying.
things that we see in the market that we feel like it's not even the season and it's already out.
Yes.
So there are still
Maybe.
people that are trying to do that thing you're saying,
Yeah, Mary,
even
the
though they are not
people
much.
own it. I hear what you say, Mary. You see my pain? When I'm talking now, that the Chris can go to farm. I can maybe farm my village. But the government of Nigeria can farm the country. Oh my God. Don't play with the government. That's why God said, organize yourself into a group called a government. A people. Without people, you can strike with one mighty blow. Mary, I can farm. We can deliver. That's why I said to send our own people to go farm is slavery. In the 21st century, we need to put them for jail. Today, Mary, Israeli no more pour water. They don't want to pour the water anyhow on the ground. They measure the AI will measure the quantity of water needed. It measure to the fertilizer. They now measure it. AI is doing it for you. Imagine how that plant will be. Oh, too much water. We take some out. You know that plant go just they grow, Mary. You see,
You know that the thing is we are not yet advanced.
No, Mary, it's not technology. It's not technology. That's not technology. That's technician work. There's no more technology. It's technician. There's a difference between advanced and what the technician can do. It be like mechanic, they repair motor. That's not technology. That's not technician. What I'm talking about is a technician work. We didn't say go and invent it new. It's there. The technology is there. The knowledge is there, Mary. I'm talking about it. And I'm showing you that in Ethiopia it has happened. In Israel, that's what they use. Yet we will go Israel. If I talk about church, we're not going to vet. When I go Israel, go pray. When I pray finish, I'll come back. Come into hunger.
In as much as you say, maybe we should not go to church.
Daddy Chris, what do you want me we do? Daddy Chris.
I want to answer him now. In as much as you say, we should not go to church and ask God for what He already gave it to us. Sorry to ask, Daddy Chris. If you say God has already given it to us, you can't even do anything in that same farmland you're talking about.
Daddy Chris, we will not even discuss our topic for today.
We'll keep praying.
And we're going to discuss. I'm going to go on the break. We'll come back. We'll discuss. Mary, tell me.
Insecurity will not even allow you to do anything in that same farm. Can we still?
Leave Daddy Chris. He's very comfortable in London. He not say him to even pray. Daddy Chris, we don't open eye pray. Daddy Chris, you know we open eye to pray now because
maybe you should stop praying. Maybe you should stop praying. Israeli don't need prayer. The Israeli don't need prayer. They don't need prayer.
We don't need prayer. Yes. We
Israel
agree.
don't need
Our
prayer.
problem is
They
not
protect
about
themselves.
this. It's leadership.
Daddy Chris,
No,
don't you
Israel,
pray.
let me say this. Israel, they're not relying on
Don't
prayer.
you pray. That mislead us. So you don't you pray. I'm talking about prayer. Don't you pray.
I pray.
So we should not pray.
I pray. You know, Mary,
Daddy Chris, follow your faith. Don't follow our faith.
I did for my room. I couldn't laugh. I said that
Daddy K, you don't even need prayer because
When
where
you
you
give
are,
a child
Prayer.
prayer, something.
Where you are, prayers don't. It's working.
it's working.
Where you are is working.
So you don't need
You
prayer.
don't need prayer because it's working. Don't do sign of the cross.
It's
Now
not
we need
going to
sign
stand
of
on
the
the cross
cross.
on this show. He's praying though. He'll be discouraging us. You cannot mislead us.
You are a Catholic.
Let's go on a break.
Where you did, everything they work. Where you did, now heaven and now your heaven already. We there hell. No worry. So we need to pray to come heaven.
Sometimes
Also
it's not
transform this hell to
like
heaven.
some Nigerians say, no, we don't want to talk about the society. The kind of houses when I see for Nigeria will not get them here. The way one man they live for Nigeria, what kind of bedroom, what kind of big this, we not deliver here. So I don't know the way that they talk.
Thousands of people they are still suffering. There are still thousands of people suffering.
But we they live on. But our houses are like prison. We build fence very high. We they live on.
But when I get big houses, come to my house in London and 1 bedroom flat I did. 1 bedroom
You know
flat.
me.
But you don't have fence.
You they carry mopo waka.
No,
You they fear say they go kidnap you or they will kidnap your children. No.
no, sir. Let's go on the break.
Things are working. Police they beat you for road.
People
Police.
come to some understanding small. You know, my people, let me say this before we go on this break. Israel, they don't say if they sleep, Palestine will take their land. Israel not they sleep. They don't wait for God to protect the land. I go talk my own because of Fukure. All right. They didn't wait for land to cultivate their land, make them get that agriculture when they sell for us now. We'll go on a break. When we come back, you tell me more about prayer. Then we'll discuss the topic of today and actually take a look at the cross carpeting. The cross carpeting, when it irritates me, because when you see idiots, you see what it is for me. When I see some of the things happening in Nigeria, for me it's a joke. And I said that's why don't call these people politicians. Don't call you are insulting politicians. You are insulting thieves. They are not even thieves. That's why I give Mary an instance. How can you go tip the girl hair? When don't you carry Mary go home, you get assets. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue from here. Mary not verse, yeah? Now you be the topic of today.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Welcome back, my people. I have to be very careful. Let me calm down because sometimes when you think you know too much, actually you are stupid. An intelligent person listen more. So maybe it's time I will start to listen more. And it's just that, I'm only listening to Pastor Chris. He said when you are filled with some ideas, you hardly go back to this. Whitney Houston said it. He said when a woman is get used to being treated well, she can't go back to bullshit. You understand? She expects that standard of treatment always. Perhaps that is where my trouble is. Otherwise, my belief is the problem of the Nigerian state can be solved if we look at our land. That's why I brought this topic today. L-A-N-D, land. It is the greatest asset. I started by telling you that even if you build a house on the land will become obsolete, but the value of the land will go up and continue to go up. Lagos land, not the properties, have gone up by 500%, even sometimes more, over a period of only 5 years. Land, not the houses. The houses are getting older. Nobody is interested in those houses. That's why when you buy that land, you break it and you rebuild. Land, that's what God has given to us. And if we can understand that, maybe our demand, our approach, the things we value may be different. You see these people killing themselves. This fight you see, they are totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. You know my pain, you know what pushed me into this topic this morning? I was watching what Marcus Garvey did then. And I said, this man, had he had a land, the man would have farmed. He wouldn't even talk to anybody. He won't even go into agriculture. He won't do that. He would have farmed. You know what he was doing? He said black people should come together, that we're going to grow their own wealth. All he can think of is, okay, we will build our own restaurant. We have our own newspaper. We have our own where we wash our clothes. You know, those little supermarkets, those were the things he could create. Mary, even if that system he created is what have been worshiping all my life. Until today, I realized that had that man had land, he would have gone into sugarcane farming. He would have been in Africa doing cocoa farm. Now, tell me, Mary, tell me which cooperative can be more successful than that of agriculture in Nigeria today, in our day. But what are we doing? I don't understand it all. I'm too stupid to understand. So maybe like I said, let me be quiet. Maybe I understand you guys more. Listen, if you guys don't want us, we can take a look at the papers, because I know the papers is saturated with so many things. Otherwise, the engineer have something for us to discuss. We can look at that, but otherwise, I think we should look at the papers. It's mid-afternoon. It's already past 12, so we are now in the afternoon. So let's say good afternoon. All right, let's take a look at the papers, Mary. Yeah. All right, and then maybe that would be a good place to start, Mary. All right.
Okay, we start with the Punch.
Okay.
The big story on the Punch, we have Hurricane Tinubu to sweep more states after government.
Mary, talk loud though, because we said we want to take your hair, not make you not fit talk.
Okay, sorry.
We want the whole Mary, we don't want only hair. Sorry.
Hurricane Tinubu to sweep more states after Governor Eno's defection. And the writer says Enugu, Plateau, River, Osun may join ruling party. President watches as Akpabio. 9 APC governors welcome Eno on page 4. And still on the Punch, stop destroying church buildings. Deeper Life tackles Lagos on page 7. Niger, flood victims, families hold bittersweet Salah celebration on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Okay, this is what we've been seeing throughout the week, the commissioning by the president. So the picture that's been here, I think even yesterday, it has been there, taking almost all the front pages.
This is what are they commissioning? Just tell me. See what are the Christians saying? Maybe when I don't come up for this word, I'm not going to remember what they are talking. See, Mary, what did they commission?
Okay, we have Day 1, June 10, Abuja International Conference Center.
Go on, Mary.
We have a Shehu Shagari Way from Ring Road, and Nnamdi Azikiwe Way to another road, Wole Soyinka Way. The other roads in Katampe District.
See, okay. Mary, stop. You see, it's an insult to this generation. Again, until we learn to tell our leaders that you are insulting us, you are destroying the future of our children with this your stupid commissioning, with your stupid project, they will not stop. My voice is not enough. I wish I can educate Nigerians and make demand for good governance. We are not even demanding good governance because we don't know what is good governance. We don't understand it. Even when I'm talking here, you guys don't even still fight. You see, you fight me indirectly. You don't know.
Daddy Chris, we are understanding what you're saying. We're understanding, but you see, you don't. The comprehension of the contrast between life in the UK, governance in the UK, and the one in Nigeria. That's where I have an issue.
Engineer, I live more in Nigeria than in the UK. Sir. In the morning now, I'm talking to Nigeria. Where do I live in the UK? How do I even live here?
You are talking to Nigeria from the UK. We are in Nigeria. So, Chris, all the politicians, they be scam. They be scam. Now, look at what is happening. Look at what is happening. I wept for Nigeria yesterday. And what they have said, Plateau is going to join, Osun is going to join, Rivers, and you name it. Now, ask myself a question. Is this composition of about 10,000 people, the political elite, are they the only people we have in this country? How can we be having a one-party state? How will 2027 look like? The projections, you started with an opening salvo that they're thinking of 2027 not about governance. Governance is realistic. I'm sorry to ask you this question, do they commission roads in the UK? Do they commission borrow? Do they commission borrow in the UK?
What kind of road would they be commissioning in the UK?
I'm asking me.
It would be. Let me show you.
Do they commission bridges in the UK?
What we call a road.
Politicians look at what is our rights, what is their responsibility to humanity, to us as a favor. You are discharging your duty. You are making it look like a favor. They spend to commission the roads.
No,
they will hire canopy.
listen, I
The
was
media will be
discussing with
there.
my friend.
They will spend.
I was fighting
They will
with
spend
my
another
friend.
1
He said,
billion to
"And the
commission
Chris,
roads.
no, wait, engineer.
At the
When I
best.
was quarreling with
These
my
are
friend
roads
about
to
the
their
thing they call
village.
development, he said, give the woman credit
Yeah.
now. And at the Chris, you know, they even they wash out. Look at the amount of things he has done. Do you know this kind of things happened before? All I can do at a point in time, after arguing with my friend, I had to keep quiet. Because I was getting nowhere. The man, the man believed that the woman is working very hard. What can I do? If you are me, what will you do? Won't you keep quiet?
It's true.
How can you be the lone voice? Am I the only intelligent person? That's why I have to keep quiet. But I'm very, very convinced that that's not development. It's too shallow. It's like somebody telling me, oh, our women can't go to farm. What kind of farm? What kind of farm are you talking about? This is how I think. The language you're going to use, oh, there's no development there. Oh, that is technology. Technology, that is technician. Having a solar plant today is a technician work. The people, when they install solar panel for your house, now they be engineer, they are technician, Mary. Something you can learn in a few days and you do it. You can become a solar engineer installer now. You don't need to go to 1 year school. And to construct that panel, to construct the panel, to if I na module, engineer is here with us. What are you saying?
What's the truth? You are saying the truth on that.
But yet, as we speak, the University of Benin with Reverend, the UI, which is bigger in land than the Oxford University. You know, I said, if you look at the landscape of universities in Nigeria, the land they occupy, compared to the ones you see here, I have one Middlesex University by my side here. If you go to Middlesex University here, then I'm not sure if they reach 20 square meters. They not go reach lie. Where will give them that land? Imagine where Unibank go have many square meters. Oh my God. Where tea organize? What are we doing to ourselves? You see, until we stop this, maybe I hate to even to say these people are corrupt. That I ask myself, who are you calling corrupt? How can you call a Boriwori corrupt or call a Wike corrupt? What qualify him to be corrupt? Oh, because oil money come, he spends some for himself. Neither can be corrupt. He's a very shallow human being. He's not qualified to become corrupt. You need to be qualified. You see, again, one day when they talk, that boy say, I'm not going to that kind of wahala. I say, you're not even qualified to have that kind of wahala. Do you know you're qualified for a problem? Tinubu now is qualified for a problem because he's a president. If you're not president, you don't face that problem. You get where you go grow this. You get the kind of wish when go to worry you. Not be any wish go to worry you again. Now local wish, then they worry these people. Local wish. Then to tell you say they are not support. It gets on local wish, you go match them pass. Now standard wish, that be problem. Oh, at the time every day.
And that type that the Chris, now that type they UK, the standard wish. They know they build bridges, they do things.
If they face you, go low. Not be low, not be
black one, yes.
Not be black.
Black one that will not allow you to even view the bridge.
Oh, God will help us, I swear. Maybe let's read one more paper. All right, let's go. This development, not they show me. You see, that's why sometimes I come here, I don't want to do paper because they will irritate me. They discuss only one thing, Mary. They come out by the front line of the cover page of the newspapers and they put either Tatita or they
go to Vanguard paper, the advert is there. Go to Tribune, the advert is there. I think the one that does not
on a beautiful Saturday, the history of our nation. Wait, on a beautiful Saturday in the history of a nation, Nigeria, this is what we have to offer us. Punch, thank you. Guardian, thank you. I'm putting it on record.
Guardian does not have it. It's even Guardian I want to read now. Guardian does not have it. The papers that,
let's go to Guardian then.
Have this same advert is in Tribune and this thing, Daily Times. Okay, Daily Times does not have it. Vanguard and Tribune, but Daily Times does not have it, and Daily Trust they don't have it as well, and
All right.
Guardian.
Let's go with Guardian because Tinubu us prayer another problem. If I talk now, we're gonna say I don't talk. Eh?
Everybody is praying. The poor
Hey,
is
hey,
praying,
hey,
and
hey.
the people on
Oh,
top are still praying.
Packing all the
I don't know
governors,
what they are praying for.
packing all the governors to himself, still talking about prayer.
They also need them.
when I asked the other time, I asked the other time, I said Nigeria want to play Russia yesterday. Nigeria they pray. So Russia they be enemy of God. So God go come support Nigeria and go win Russia. Now question I ask so one another verse. Mary, my village won't play with your village. Eh? All of us, my village they pray. Your village they pray. We they pray to one God. What do you say make God do?
God
Now question
God
they
is
ask. What another they talk?
God is impartial.
Huh?
God dey impartial. The person when
The
prepare
one that
pass go
works
win. The
more
person
is
when
not
get
God we give now.
Thank you
Nigeria,
very
the
much.
person when fit play while you where referee
The one
fit
that
support
works
go win.
more.
You see, this is why there are some things that are not within the jurisdiction of God. God will they look you, they do what you they do. In fact, faith will go continue to die in hunger because those ones are not within the jurisdiction of God. In those days, when they sing, send down the rain, God was able to give us rain. When we cry to God, give us rain. God will send down rain because at that moment, there was no option. Because of that, God has inspired people to don't do artificial irrigation. If you call on God now, God will look you. You be akpa.
Better
You're like
akpa.
somebody make a go with the other person. Who be God? So what of the other people that be working hard to irrigate their farm? What about them? Do you understand this God we are going to worship tomorrow? That's a question I ask.
Guys, please, it's not only on Sunday that needs to go and worship God, though. Because you're not saying tomorrow people will go to church. It's not only on Sundays that needs to go and worship God.
Okay.
They have
I can see some people worshiping God here. Look, maybe your president be that one. They even put up for photo. Now it be the best thing. We are praying.
their weekly service that people go to, not only on Sunday.
Mary, but wait, look at your people here. Your leaders are praying. What are they asking God? After stealing money, after stealing peanut, because they're not even qualified to politics.
They're asking to get more members that will cross carpet to APC. And they are succeeding now. Yes. As long as they're working towards it, the prayer will be answered. So that's the truth.
Oh, we've said it all today. Nigerians, we have a beautiful woman called Nigeria in the look of Mary. Will they go cut the hair when the woman gets? Will they fight over the hair? We don't see the woman fully. Imagine Nigeria, that is how you see it. The hair of Mary I'm talking about is the oil we are fighting over. It's too small. There's a lot to this woman. And that is my pain. Maybe that's the only way, that's the best way I can explain my frustration on this show today. They give you woman, you say that hair you want to take. You they fight over the hair. Because you are too blind to see other things in her. At that moment, you're not qualified to have her. Get what will happen? Another person will come marry that woman. That is what will happen. Guess what? Nigeria now Chinese people will come farm for our land. Carry the thing they go. Now it's Chinese people coming to, let me say this, people. If you hear of what is happening in Zamfara right now, it's Chinese doing the mining there. It's not Nigerians because you are too blind. What I'm saying is a fact. When you cannot see the beauty in Mary, another man will carry him. We need to stop. We need to wake up. Like in my conclusion, I put up this article and I want to.
Nobody should come and carry our country, please. Let us manage it. As we are here now struggling for our daily bread, they should leave our country for us. That's it.
If they leave it, do you know what is there? If they don't discover the oil, you for no.
Because all these debt safe, I'm not okay again with all these debt of our oil.
Maybe all the oil, where would they share today? So now we discover them. Now share low. Now we get upset, we not say we get oil. You know, people know they ask questions. Oh. Those people clapping for us. We have oil. How did we find out? Mary, the only thing we talk about today, the only thing we discover before now be agriculture. Now be the one when God give us. That is our
We would have
parents.
been so serious with agriculture. We will not even have this insecurity issue.
We will not
We would
go
have been
far. We
serious.
don't go.
But the fact that oil came in, that was how the genesis of the problem started. The coming of oil did not allow us to focus on any other thing again.
I
Because
will
of the
never
kind of
forget that. In fact, I remember in Europe one time, there was famine in Ethiopia. Serious famine. Hunger. There was serious hunger in Ethiopia. People were dying. That's how they came up with this. Nigerians have been farming. We'll be crying for rice, ordinary rice. The Soko land is rice friendly. There is no state in Nigeria that you cannot cultivate. Oh, yeah. It dey pain me. Like engineer rightly said, I grew up seeing rubber factory, rubber plantation. That would now the seed would they take, they play those would they roll up. Palm kernel, now be what they grew up with. They can't enter cassava. Maybe we never get shortage of yam for our barn. Plantain are the most healthy food. What happened to us? I'm not saying we should go back to that one because that is too barbaric. It has to stop. We don't need to go that way anymore. Now God has given us the new technology is given by God. Israel has discovered one. We use it. Ethiopia has tried it. We employ it. Nobody say make una even go school, go study new thing. Agricultural student in Nigeria. University of Nigerian Agriculture. They didn't say it's there. Engineering student. Nobody asked you to go and invent new power system. The solar panel is there. Can't you see manufacture solar panel? At least you can interpret it. Mary, you cannot interpret what is in the solar panel. But at least our engineering student, engineer is here, he can interpret it. If that is only what we have, at least from the interpretation, okay, see what they use. Maybe we use on something similar to it. That is research.
Daddy K, sorry to say it. Most of our higher institutions do not even have late machines. Most engineering that you see us doing in school are mostly theoretical engineering, except marginally those that went to polytechnics. So when you're talking most of these things, when you talk of infrastructure to do these things, they are not there in most of our higher institutions. I must be frank with you. Let's not be deceived.
Engineer.
Most of our universities are...
Even secondary schools are supposed to have late machines. With the new
I'm telling you, as small as late machines.
Late machines supposed to be in all secondary school. Something you just use to roll out something. You want to convert a metal into something, you roll your own machine to do it. That's why we can. That's why somebody says engine block. It's an engine block that you cannot mold.
Thank you. We keep funding. There are some areas I'm very pissed at with our government. That 3 key areas where they exploit the budget. In funding, defense funding, health sector funding, and educational funding, I have not seen the impact in those 3 sectors. There became things plenty to talk about. There are so many things that are making agriculture not work. We need to start from leadership. Let's tackle leadership. People can understand if leadership is not working. Leadership encompasses so much. Leadership. Yes. Look, there are 3 basic needs: food, shelter, and there are 3. What can I remember? Food, shelter, and that are basic needs of man that the government must provide. The government need to give us food. The government need to give us house. They need to give us anything.
In the UK, there are only 3 things they provide.
Food, shelter, and security. Yes, food, shelter, security are the 3 basic needs, basic responsibility of government.
You understand? Like in the UK, we have those 4. Those 4 are the things we get from the government. We have security from the government.
For Nigeria, we don't get security. We don't have food though. If you come to Coca Bridge, under the bridge at Coca, anytime you come to Asaba, we'll take you there. We have presidential lodge. You have double suits. You have single suits. Depending on where you want to sleep. Presidential lodge, rain not going to ever meet you. Double suits, rain too. Now just the breeze. Then single room. If breeze they blow, rain go meet you. So
Hey!
I'm just letting you know that there's no accommodation. Government does not provide shelter. They don't provide food. Food now. Some people they enter a restaurant, when they eat finish, they go stand up, come out, anything they don't eat, make hungry, not kill them. We have had people sleep under the bridge in Coca here. They didn't wake up in the morning, waiting kill them and hunger. The government is frustrating us.
Let me say this, let me tell you, if in the UK today, let me repeat this, if there is no provision for shelter, if the government does not distribute housing, as even today, all of us will be 90% of us will be homeless. Do I say that correctly?
Of course not.
If government does not substitute our housing today in the United Kingdom, in London in particular, we'll be all homeless. That's why when you carry your wife, come, you bring Mary now, go give her belly. When the job will finish, government will give her, we will leave her for government.
What did I do today? What did I do today? Evening is here now. Why is only Mary? What's happening?
No, yeah, Daddy Chris, I'm so happy today that this Mary, you call them they make Nana call them look Mary. After this program,
maybe look at where, look at where, look at where.
Online. I'm going.
No, we started with evening. No, evening. They started with you.
And I will apologize. Eh?
Now fine girl.
Daddy Chris, you're just making me love Mary today.
No, I'm just telling you how we survive here. The government is in charge of our housing. If I am sick,
not Nigerian government.
If I am sick and I'm thinking of treatment, I'm mad. When I'm sick, now that time I go eat well because they will give me food 24/7. And if they don't feed me, I go take get well. They're feeding you, they're treating you.
I wonder.
Well, Mary, well. Number two, if my child is not in school, from primary to secondary school, I will go to prison. The child goes to free school.
Nigeria like competition. If I mention, I know that nobody is even in support of it, but I wish they say maybe some states want to leave Nigeria, maybe have their own state, maybe a kind of split. You will see that Nigeria will start taking their country serious. If some people leave Nigeria now and say they want to form their own country, yes, they will not start doing everything in order to compete with the other people. That is the problem. Maybe we feel so reluctant. We are too big.
Why will not compete with Ghana? Mary, why Nigeria not compete with Ghana? Ghana is doing well, a little bit better. You see, sometimes, Mary, I don't think that is the way forward. Because even this split, sometimes we ask ourselves, what did I say on this show today? I can farm. Mary, we can farm better. You see, what I can do, maybe I hire one tractor.
Ghana don't have their own problem. I saw somebody posted the house that they rented in Ghana. The kind of flood there. The kind of flood that's in the house. All the rooms, the kitchen, the bathroom. I think she came in that day and saw water everywhere, like to another level. The beds are up. I was like, oh, so Ghana has the same issues. It's just it's not
that Ghana is better or that is doing well, but I mean, on a level, Nigeria is the senior brother. We expect, to those much is what is expected. Nigeria is the powerhouse of Africa. Nigeria is the hope of the black man. Not only in Africa, around the world. You understand? If Nigeria can't stand the test of time, the black race is in trouble. That's why it is very important. When we talk, why do I broadcast Nigeria? If I can capture Nigeria to succeed, the rest of Africa will succeed. The black race will stand up. Mary, do you know what I said today as I was talking on international foreign policy? Oh, do you know everything we are looking for is in our hand? Why did I use the word land today? Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the land better. What is really a land? A land might be people you have, they constitute land. Do you know that if the black people in America us used to come home, no, take only 20%, the amount of knowledge they will come, the amount of things they will do, Africa don't fly. So we are not doing anything at all to create that confidence. And you see, there is nothing the white people can do to actually deal with you unless when they are separated. The blacks in America, they are on their own. The one in the Caribbean on their own. Even in the UK here, we have the black Caribbean, different ethnic community, black African, another. Where are you black into? This one separates you. You're no more speaking in one voice. Today, in the United Kingdom, I tell them every day, I am in the movie industry. 500 million is distributed by the lottery money by the British Film Institute. 1 million don't go to black people. And I say it. We're blind. We're blind. We're not going to go into that politics today. One day, I will talk to UK. I have stayed in the world for so long time that I don't guess. Most of them have lived through it. I've seen them. I've experienced them. I'm 59 years old. I have spent about 30 years in the UK. I don't stay here. I live here. And I spent my growing age in Africa. So I can say I'm an expert in these two communities.
Daddy Chris, I want to appreciate what you have said, but I want you to understand something, basically, and that is the fact that for us to be able to get to the template that you want us to live and to exist as a nation, one thing, all we have discussed today is premised on one thing: security. There is no way anybody can go into farming. There is no way we can attract expertise in farming into this country. Nobody comes to do business where his life is not guaranteed. Nobody. I know what I'm saying. Nobody.
And the easiest problem to solve in Nigeria, engineer, I want to tell you too, I heard you, but I'm going to tell you that the easiest problem to solve in Nigeria is security. It's the easiest.
There's no problem. No, we have to have a part 2 of this.
Yes.
We need to have a part 2.
Easiest solution.
Go and make your research. Chris, no, please. I want us to go and make your research. Let's make my research. You're speaking from London. We're speaking from Nigeria.
We'll come back on that. We address the security challenge.
We need to make a balance.
Solution to it.
Yeah, we need to make a balance. You make your submission, we make our submission.
Yes.
Because I strongly differ, because
okay, we do that on Monday. On Monday, we address security. London will come with a solution, you come with your own, and we counter it.
Okay, right? Yes. On the light, on the light time, Daddy Chris, the only reason I agree with you, that the easiest, and I totally agree with you, that the easiest problem to solve in Africa, especially in Nigeria, is this insecurity, is this. Late Abacha made a reference. He said, if insecurity sustains for more than 24 hours, then the government is involved. That is one. Then secondly, there was something, I don't know if you listened to yourself when you were talking. When OD had issues during the regime of Obasanjo, army was deployed there. The militants were brought down completely. Look at what happened in the Southeast, ESN, IPOB. The military was deployed. If we look, this insecurity in Nigeria is politically motivated insecurity. And like you said, it's going to be the easiest problem to solve. But that rests in the hands of our political elite. They are the people that created this insecurity to foster a false sense of insecurity that would protect, project, and exploit their advantage, not our advantage. So I agree with you in totality, because I've listened to divergent opinions relating to this insecurity. Both experts, security.
Yes, Engineer is trying to summarize it. Like I said, insecurity is the easiest problem. The reason being, what are you talking about?
For them in the forest,
you keep Kano. If you're talking of the political divide, you kept Kano in prison. Somebody you'll be negotiating with, Kano will be working with me if I'm the president of Nigeria.
Exactly.
He will be working with me.
You know what they are doing, Daddy Chris.
You understand? Kano
You
will
win
work
this
with
one.
me.
You win this one.
Kano is not an idiot. He's such a sound gentleman.
You won today. Yes.
It's
I like the fact that
Daddy Chris, you won this one.
when Daddy Chris wins,
You won only this last sentence, so
because that last argument, the other last day, we won him and he said we won. So today he won.
Insecurities, Daddy Chris.
We're with you. We can hear you, engineer.
Daddy Chris, like entertainment, you are making money from entertainment, or you have been in the media world. There are people that are making money that Nigeria is insecure. People are making money every
I
day.
agree.
Yes, now.
And
That
I agree.
insecurity is
But
thriving in Nigeria.
Again, I hear that. I hear what they say all the time.
So you got it right.
This small, and you know when I say they are not even good thieves. Oh, somebody don't want us to have electricity because because he's buying fuel. That is a cheap thief. You need to give him a better contract to start generating electricity and be making billions. You see, what did I say? $1 million a week business reduced to fucking robots. Sorry for that language. Something that could be making us $1 million, we're making robots. And when they say we are corrupt, we're not corrupt, we're foolish. That's the language I use today. Some people will call corrupt, they are not qualified to be called corrupt. And I really mean that, Merit, from the bottom of my heart. We can do better as a people. We are a great nation. But if we're going to move on, we need to discredit some of this level. They are too cheap for us. You understand? They are saying this. If I be president of Nigeria, Kano, who will be working with me, I keep him in prison. For what? The other white boys, they work with me. The Sunday Bolo, they work with me. Because we're going to talk the way forward for Nigeria children. And I'm going to tell them where we're going. And the children will work with you. They are not stupid. They are not. And when you conquer those people, Southeast will begin to solve their problem. You begin to handle security in a way that you will not be relaxed. What did they do now? They know what to do. They gave some part to Tompolo to control. So this and you'll be working with security forces. Because without the locals, there's nothing the Nigerian government can do. Let's just leave security for next week. Guys, listen, thank you very much. Nigerian week is fast approaching. And from next week, we're going to go back to Nigerian week and Nigerian week only. All right, the event is around the corner. We have a lot going on at the moment. We are the one doing injustice to our own show. A show we'll be organizing ourselves. We're not giving it enough noise. But anyway, we play the advert all the time. I just want to use this opportunity to invite every single one of you to come to Nigerian Week, London 2020. In fact, it's always an amazing event. This year, we have it all packed up. We have the film festivals. We have the Nigerian UK Film Summit. We're going to discuss film funding for you guys. And, we're going to music, of course. Afrobeat is known. But key of this event is how all these things, and my presentation is actually on the issue of land. You know, I am submitting it to them. That's what I would write to them. The value of land and how we that use our land in Nigeria. That will be my speech on that very day. Again, you know, we're going to look at the agricultural sector deeply. But the housing, the real estate, oh God. If Nigerian government want to grow us, let these people commissioning house show us how many housing scheme they have developed. Not
Daddy Chris, let's not start this one today. This is a very big topic. Let's not start it today, I beg. Because
thank you.
It affects us too. Let's not start this one today.
My guy, you know how much
matter if we bring our Asaba
only that one alone. Thank you. God bless you. You know how much we'll be making. By the time we build houses, you know how much we'll make. And how the country will begin to grow. How will begin to look good.
We will finish from real estate. We enter agents, house agents.
Yes.
We'll do 2 hours on the show.
Anyway, let us. So that's where we end the show today. Maybe didn't have the chance because I didn't want to spend too much time on the churches. I know you guys are going to church tomorrow. Pray for us. But you know what I'm going to say? I'm still going to end the show by saying
make sure you go to mass too.
But don't forget, the Israeli people are not going to mass tomorrow to get agriculture grow. They're growing their own agriculture. Now, when you're praying, mind what you disturb my God for. Ask God for anything, but don't disturb him for what he has given to you. That's what I said to you today. Has God given you what you are disturbing him for now? That's the question I asked. Thank you very much for joining me. Hey, beautiful women. Very sorry that we use you as a metaphor. We personify Nigeria with you.
She's very happy. Mary is a brand. She's the brand of SRU TV. You can see her t-shirt.
You can see you are representing us well. Look at SRU TV on your neck. Thank you very much. And I don't know what Asaba is doing. Sometimes you guys don't use SRU TV at all. It's not fair. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. We'll see. I'll be coming next week with the Nigerian Week t-shirt. That's why you see me wearing a lot of Nigerian Week. That will be the t-shirt I'll be wearing throughout most of the shows. It's just that some of it, so the green to take it out with this green cloth. I don't know how we manage to get there. So I'll cover it with something, and I'll be hearing Nigerian Week next week because it will be all about Nigerian Week. Thank you guys. And if you are not coming to Nigerian Week, if you don't know about it, the number is rolling on the screen. Let me bring out our main number so that you guys, anybody that want to join, can actually take a look at that and contact us. And again, the advert is also going to play on the advert, which is what we always use to play the show. I will allow it to play to the end. Please watch the advert. All the information about Nigerian Week are contained in that advert. And for your information from next week, we're going to be massive in your newspapers, in your televisions, to talk about the show. If you have any question, ask my people who will be on different shows, radio and television. And engineer, all of you should get ready to represent the Nigerian Week as different television platform. They will be calling on you, especially in that. I know we're working with West TV at the moment and so many of those TV stations around there. All right. Thank you very much, guys. We'll say let us rest today. Mary, thank you very much. We will try not to sell you too much again so that we can still keep you at SR TV. Because when we oversell you, they'll come and take you. And like I said, they'll come and take her, So we don't want them to take you. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week. God bless you.
Bye.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
SR TV.